Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Practical English brand. Today, I'm teaching my students how to write an academic paragraph. And I advise you to stop the video here and find a piece of paper and a pen and follow us if you would like to be able to write an academic paragraph by the end of this video. So let me explain the first important three parts of a paragraph. As I've already mentioned this in the previous lessons, a paragraph has three important parts. How many? Three important parts. The topic sentence, the body, and the conclusion. The topic sentence contains the main idea of the paragraph. So now what is the main idea? The main idea of a paragraph tells the readers what the paragraph is mainly about. When a reader is reading your paragraph, he or she should know that what this paragraph is about. Okay? As soon as you read a paragraph and you see the main idea in the topic sentence, you know what will be discussed in the paragraph. So the main idea of a paragraph tells us what the paragraph is mainly about. Body of the paragraph, the sentences which come after the topic sentence are called supporting sentences. What kind of sentences? Supporting sentences. The details, examples, reasons which come in the supporting sentences must be supporting the main idea in the topic sentence. I've mentioned this before, but today we're doing something practical, okay? We will be writing a paragraph at the end of my explanation. Each of you will be writing an introduction paragraph, okay? And I'll show you how. So the supporting sentences must be supporting the main idea in the topic sentence. If a sentence does not support the main idea, that is a irrelevant sentence, and it should not be used in your paragraph. And then conclusion. Okay, there are different types of conclusions for different types of paragraphs, but now here I'm saying this. The repetition of main idea in different words. The main idea that you have stated here in the topic sentence should be repeated here in different words. In different words, with a kind of message. With a kind of message, okay? In a nice way, in a very attractive way. So that's all about, okay, the coherence, okay? But here, again, I've written cohesion and coherence. Again, okay, these points should be also followed. You should keep these points in mind while writing your paragraph. Number one, capitalization. I've already taught you how to capitalize your sentences. Number two, punctuation. You should be punctuating your sentences properly. The most common punctuation marks are full stop, comma, and question mark. Okay, semicolon as well. And collocation, which word goes with which word. Okay, which adjectives go with which prepositions. Interested in, happy about, famous for, blamed for, accused of. Which preposition goes with which adjective? Which verb goes with which noun? I want to achieve my goal. Okay, can we say I want to get my goal? Can we say I want to buy my goal? Okay, achieve my goal. I want to gain some experience. Commonly, we use gain with experience. So the verb gain goes with experience, right? So can we say I want to, for example, reach some experience? I want to reach some experience. Can we say that? Acquire some experience? No? Right? Okay. You say I want to make some money, but you, okay, according to collocations, right? Okay. He made a mistake. Can we say he did a mistake? No. So that's what? Collocation, okay? And then subject-verb agreement. Subject-verb agreement. Okay, look, I just recorded a video before you came to the classroom about subject-verb agreement, okay? So I advise you to watch that video on the YouTube channel in order to learn more about subject-verb agreement. And using transitions in order to move smoothly from one idea to the next idea. So you should try to use transitional words. Moreover, in addition, furthermore, however, nevertheless, nonetheless, for example, for instance, thus, consequently, first of all, second, next, third, after that, to conclude, as a conclusion, to sum up. These are all what? Transitional words, okay? And alternative structures. Alternative structures. What does this mean? Your sentences should not be all just simple sentences in a paragraph. In academic paragraph, you should be using alternative grammatical structures. A few simple sentences, a few compound sentences, a few complex sentences, okay? A few compound complex sentences, maybe one or two, okay? However, a lot of experts say that compound complex sentences should not be used in writing. Why? Because they make the reader somehow confused. They don't know what really the purpose of the writer is, okay? So they're long sentences, and try to avoid using compound complex sentences, but just simple, compound, and complex sentences. Okay, what to be avoided? No repetition. Try not to use the same words over again and again and again, okay? And one more thing, if you mention someone's name in the first sentence, right? In the second sentence, use a pronoun, okay? Okay, Jamal in the first sentence, in the second sentence, he, okay? In the third sentence, you may also use a pronoun, again, he. But if you want to mention the name of that person far away in the fourth sentence, try to repeat the name again. Understood? Okay? Don't just use he in all of your sentences. Understood? After 2-3 sentences, try to repeat the name of that person, of the subject. Okay? Okay, so no repetition means try to use synonyms. If you need to use the same word, try to find a synonym and use it instead of that word. No contractions. Okay, and reductions. Contractions will be like don't and doesn't and didn't and haven't and hasn't and isn't and wasn't and weren't and shouldn't and can't and couldn't, and these are all what? Contractions. In reductions, like I want to go, instead of I want to go, I want to go. I'm going to see you tomorrow, or I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. Instead of that, I'm going to talk to you tomorrow, okay? So contractions and reductions should be avoided. And no irrelevant sentences. As I said here, if a sentence does not support the main idea of your paragraph, that is irrelevant sentence. And I may give you an example, okay? Because I'll be writing a paragraph for you right away, right now, within 5 minutes. I'm not bragging, but this is the truth. This is the reality. You must be able to write a paragraph within 5 minutes. If you can't do that, you cannot deal with the TOEFL IB exam. I've said this before. How can you write an essay of 4 or 5 paragraphs within 20 minutes if you do not train yourselves to learn how to write an academic paragraph within 4 or 5 minutes, okay? So we're done with this. Now, what is the strategy for introduction paragraph? We have different types of paragraphs. Next time, inshallah, we'll be working on descriptive paragraph. How to describe a person, a place, an organization, a thing, or something, okay? But here it is introduction paragraph. So what's the strategy? You interview your classmates, okay? And you take notes. You ask some specific questions, where they're from, okay? And how many brothers, for example, if you would like to add this to your introduction paragraph, they have, for example, where their family live, what they do for a living, what their occupation is, if they are, for example, students, at which university they study, what their field is, okay? So now, while having this interview, you should be trying to find a quality, okay? What kind of quality? Is your classmate an intelligent and talented person? That's a quality. While having interview, you should try to find out, what quality your classmate has, okay? And now, if he says, I'm interested in football and cricket and this and that, and for example, he's athletic, so that is his quality. He goes to the gym every day, for example, he exercises every day, right? Or for example, if he is a kind of funny guy, so he's a lot of fun to be with. So he's a kind of funny guy, right? Okay, so you're trying to find a quality, whether he's someone athletic, someone very intelligent, someone very interesting, someone very, for example, let's say, creative-minded, someone like creative-minded. So you're trying to find a quality. You got the point? Okay. And now you introduce him as an intelligent student. Okay, there is introduction, but you find a quality, and now you know after your interview that your classmate is a very interesting person, so you introduce him or her as an interesting person. Okay, you find out that he or she is very intelligent, okay, because of the interview, and you find out, I mean, that he or she is an intelligent person or an interesting person or a funny person or whatever, okay? So now you are not restricted. You can introduce a person, a place, a thing, an organization. I'm going to tell you that, okay, as soon as I'm done here, how to do that. So arranging the ideas, okay. So you have interview, you take notes. While taking notes, you shouldn't worry about grammar. You should not focus on grammar or punctuation or capitalization or anything, okay? You don't even have to write complete sentences, okay? Okay, for example, what's your name? Jamal. Just write Jamal, okay? Where do you come from? Which province? Okay, you just write Ghor province. You just write Herat province, okay? You don't have to write a complete sentence. Even if there's something that you need to write it down and you don't know the word in English, you can write it in your own English, in Farsi or Pashto, okay? While having interview. Because now you're just trying to collect ideas. That's your job. Okay. Later on, you pay attention to these points while arranging your paragraph. Okay. And writing the first draft. When you write the first draft, of course, you arrange those ideas. You choose, one sentence as a topic sentence, and you choose one main idea. Okay. And then you use the other information, the other ideas as supporting ideas in the body of your paragraph, and then you conclude your paragraph. Okay. And of course, then you revise your paragraph. You revise it. You want to make sure that capitalization is correct, punctuation is correct, collocation, subject verb agreement, and so on. Okay? Then you revise it, and then your paragraph is ready. It's there. Okay? If you're still not sure because you're a student, so now you may give it to somebody whose English could be stronger than yours. So they may also revise it for you, and they may, advise you what to do in order to improve your writing skills. Understood? Okay, so this is how it works. So now I was saying this. You are not restricted to just interviewing your classmate and introducing your classmate or writing the introduction paragraph about a person, about your classmate, about your brother. For example, you go home. Trust me, it's going to be a lot of fun. Have your brother come over here. Okay, I want to have an interview with you. Tell me about your university. Okay, you want to introduce the university where your brother studies. Okay, so now what kind of university? While asking questions and taking notes, you find out whether it is a modern university. So you introduce that university in your introduction paragraph as a modern university. You find out, for example, during the interview that is a big university, so you introduce it as a big university. You see that? Okay, you find out that that is a very famous university during the interview. So you introduce that university as a famous university. Understood? So let's say your brother, your friend, works at a hospital with a company, Roshan company, Etisalat company, right? And you ask some questions and you want to introduce that company or that hospital or whatever the organization is in your introduction paragraph. Okay, now your classmate comes from Balkh province, Badakhshan province, Nangarhar province, Kunar province, Bamiyan province, right? Now you have interview and you ask questions regarding the province of your classmate, right? And you want to write your introduction paragraph about the province. Again, you find a quality. You find what? A quality. That province is like populated province. So you want to introduce that province as a populated province. That is a backward province. You introduce it as a backward province. That is a somehow like modern province, right? People are modern over there. A lot of people are educated over there. It's a peaceful province, for example. In current situation, you can't find a peaceful province, but there could be one or two, right? So you introduce it as a peaceful province. So you break down the topic. You can write thousands of introduction paragraphs about different, topics and issues. You got the point? You are not restricted to what we do, what we're going to be doing now in the class. Understood? So we're done with this. Now, we're going to start this process. I'm going to make sure that everybody has a piece of paper and a pen, okay? And we're going to start the process of interviewing each other. I'll be also interviewing this gentleman. Please bring your chair, put it over here in front of me. I'm going to have an interview with you. And you ask questions, okay? Like vice versa. You ask a question from her or from him, okay? And then you take notes. And then he asks a question from you, and then, he takes notes, okay? Then later on, you follow these points. So I write a paragraph for you over here, okay? And look, we should make sure that we have followed all of these points. There should be a main idea, there should be supporting sentences, there should be a conclusion. There should be, these points followed, okay? In our paragraphs, right? Okay, so who's gonna, would you please make sure that everybody has a paper? So here we go. This is an introduction paragraph. But before we have a look at it, let me ask you a few questions. In order to be able to learn how to write words, what do we need to know before that? Letters. A, B, C. If somebody doesn't know A, B, C, do you think they will be able to write words? Okay. So a word is the combination of letters, right? Okay. Now, in order to learn how to write sentences, what do we need to know before that? Words. If somebody doesn't know words, okay, and the functions of words, okay, according to grammar, according to parts of speech, whether it's a verb or a noun or adjective or adverb, or where the subject should be, where the object should be. So do you think that person will be able to write sentences? No. In order to be able to write paragraphs, what do we need to know before that? Sentences. We need to know the different forms of sentences, affirmative, negative, interrogative, right? And the different types of sentences are simple, compound, complex, right? In order to be able to write essays, what do we need to know before that? Writing paragraphs. You combine letters in order to write words. You combine words in order to write sentences. You combine sentences in order to write paragraphs. Then you combine paragraphs in order to write essays. So keep in mind that you won't be able to write an essay if you don't know how to write a paragraph. This is the first step when it comes to writing. Okay? So first you must learn how to write the different types of paragraphs. Then you can combine those paragraphs and you can learn how to write essays. You got it? So now here's the paragraph. First of all, I had an interview with one of my students and you had an interview with your classmates. We asked some questions and we were taking notes while asking those questions, okay? Later on, and trust me, while I was taking notes, I didn't care about grammar or punctuation or capitalization. I was not even writing complete sentences. Okay, where are you from? I just wrote like Logar province. Now, I didn't write like he is from Logar province. It wasn't a complete sentence, okay? And what do you do? Here, I'm in for a living. He said, I do my BBA at Kabul University. And I just wrote like BBA at Kabul University. It was not even a complete sentence. So this is what you need to do. I mean, you don't have to be writing complete sentences while trying to collect ideas, okay? Later on, when you write the paragraph, the first draft, and then you look for the mistakes, and then so let's have a look at it. First of all, cohesion. First of all, what? Cohesion. So capitalization. What? Capitalization. Is the first sentence, I mean, the first word of my first sentence capitalized? Yes. Yes. So my student Faisal is an intelligent student. It is correct, right? Okay, the second sentence, is the word capitalized? He comes from? Is Logar capitalized? It is capitalized because it is a proper noun. Okay, so he comes from Logar province, which is located near Kabul city, the capital of Afghanistan. Now look, we're going to talk about that later, alternative grammatical structures, okay? But first we will just have a look at the capitalization, okay? So here, is Kabul capitalized? Yes. Why? Yeah, because it's a proper noun, okay? And Afghanistan? Proper noun. And again, the first word of the following sentence, right? His family moved to Kabul city, again Kabul, okay, in 2005. And Faisal, a proper noun, plus it comes at the beginning of the sentence, has been doing his BBA at Kabul University, again, okay? I mean, it should be capitalized. Kabul University is a proper noun, okay? In addition, he learns English. Again, English is also a proper noun. At Atarud. Atarud is a proper noun, okay? In the second, I mean, the following word, due to the fact that he plans to do his master's in the USA, right? So all of these words have been capitalized. Okay, he tries hard to improve his English skills at Atarud. Atarud here, over here. And he always gets high score on the exams in his English. Nevertheless, the following word has been capitalized. He has to deal with many other subjects at university. To sum up, again, Faisal is a proper noun here. So we're done with the capitalization. Now, let's have a look at punctuation. What? Punctuation. Punctuation. So, do I have a full stop at the end of my first sentence? Yes. It is fine. It is correct. Why? Because it is an affirmative sentence. Okay? And he comes from Logar province, which is located near Kabul city. Do I have a comma over here? Okay, the capital of Afghanistan. It's the reduction of adjective class, which is the capital of Afghanistan. And it was a non-restrictive adjective class. It was modifying a proper noun. Therefore, we need a comma over here. Okay, and it's a complex sentence. Okay. Do I have a full stop? I mean, period at the end? Yes. His family moved to Kabul city in 2005. Again. Okay. And Faisal has been doing his BBA at Kabul University. And after that, I have full stop or dot, okay? In addition, do I have a comma after in addition? Yes. Why? Because it is a transitional word. After a transitional word, we need a comma, okay? In addition, he learns English at Atarud. Due to the fact that he plans to do his master's in the USA, do I have a comma after I'm in this class? Yes, I do. Why? Because that is a dependent class. It is a dependent class. He tries hard to improve his English skills at Atarud. So I need a comma between these two classes, dependent and independent class, right? Because it is a complex sentence. Understood? Due to the fact that, okay, what kind of class is that? Adverb class of what? Cause and effect. Okay, so the adverb class of cause and effect comes first in this complex sentence. Therefore, I need this comma. Okay, so he tries hard to improve his English skills at Atarud. He always gets high score on the exams in his English. I forgot in class. Sorry, there should be class in his English class. Okay, we're humans. We all make mistakes. Okay. So in his English class, do I have a full stop here? Yes. Nevertheless, do I have a comma over here? Yes. After transitional word, nevertheless, we need a comma. Okay. So again, it's a complex sentence. Okay. Adverb class of contrast. Adverb class of contrast. Nevertheless, nonetheless, however, these transitional words are using. So finally, to sum up, again, there's another transitional phrase over here. To sum up, to conclude, as a conclusion, these are all transitional phrases. I have a comma and have full stop here at the end. I have a comma over here. Faisal is a talented student and he seems to have, it is a compound sentence. We have combined two sentences with the conjunction and. And before and we need a comma. So we're done with the punctuation. What about irrelevant sentences? Do we have any irrelevant sentence in the body of the paragraph? No, we don't. So hopefully everything is okay with collocations and subject-verb agreement, okay? I don't see any mistakes over here related to collocations or subject-verb agreement, okay? Right? So now let's move to coherence, okay? Coherence. Now, my student Faisal is an intelligent student. Now, this is the topic sentence. This is the topic sentence. And the main idea, as soon as somebody reads this sentence, he or she knows that the author, the writer is trying to discuss, to introduce, this person, okay? And as an intelligent student, so his quality is intelligence, right? So now if we have any sentence in the body of our paragraph which does not support the main idea, in the topic sentence, there will be a irrelevant sentence, right? So now he comes from Logar province, which is located near Kabul city, the capital of Afghanistan. Okay, this sentence is a supporting sentence because it's introduction. So how can I introduce him if I don't say anything about where he is from, okay, about his province, okay? So it's a supporting sentence. Okay, and here Faisal has been doing his BBA at Kabul University. Okay, in addition, he learns English at Attarut. If somebody is not intelligent, can they do both, doing BBA and learning English at an English center? So now this sentence also supports the main idea that he's an intelligent student, right? Okay, and due to the fact that he plans to do his master's in the United States of America, he tries hard to improve his English skills at Attarut. Again, it's a supporting sentence. He's intelligent. Why? Because he tries to improve his English skills at Attarut and apply for Fulbright scholarship and go abroad and do his MBA in the United States of America. Somebody intelligent can do that, right? So I'm introducing him as an intelligent student. So it's introduction paragraph, right? So now all of these sentences support, the main idea in the topic sentence. And finally, to sum up, Faisal is a talented student and he seems to have a bright future ahead of him. So the main idea is somehow repeated over here in different words with a great message. With a great message. He seems to have a great future ahead of him, okay? So now everything is coherent. There's the main idea, there's supporting sentences, and there's the conclusion, right? Okay, now we have transitional words nevertheless here, okay? And we have compound sentences, we have complex sentences, we have simple sentences. We have used alternative grammatical structures. The sentences are not just simple sentences. They're simple sentences, they're compound sentences, they're complex sentences. In transitional words like to sum up, for the conclusion, has been used over here, and also nevertheless, which shows the contrast, between the two ideas, as well as in addition, furthermore, moreover, to add more information to the previous idea. So the transitional words are used to move smoothly from one idea to the next idea, right? So it is both cohesive and coherent. It is cohesive and coherent. So there's cohesion and there's coherence. But if we had a sentence right in the middle of the paragraph saying his brother is also very smart, his brother is also very smart, that would be a relevant sentence. That would be a relevant sentence. Okay? You got the point? Why? Because his brother is also smart. That sentence does not support the main idea that Faisal is an intelligent student and I want to introduce him as an intelligent student. You see that? So irrelevant sentences should be avoided. Do we have any repeated words over here? Yes, nouns, Kabul University. You know, you have to, repeat some nouns, okay? However, if you use the same noun in the second sentence, it's better to use a pronoun instead of that, okay? But if you don't have to use it in the following sentence, then you need to use it in the third or fourth sentence after it has been used in the first sentence. Then you may mention the same noun instead of the pronoun, okay? So I hope everything is fine over here. This is how we will be working on the different types of paragraphs. Next time, we will be working on descriptive paragraph, okay? Like somebody has 2, 3, or 4 characteristics, okay? A person is hardworking, intelligent, and enthusiastic. And you want to describe those 3 characteristics of a person. Okay. There's another type of descriptive paragraph when you describe the physical appearance of someone or something. Okay. How someone looks or how something looks. Okay. Or how a place looks like. Understood? So that is also descriptive. When it comes to descriptive paragraph, we have 3 different types of descriptive paragraphs. And we will be working on all of them one by one, inshallah, in the future. So when you go home, interview one of your brothers, one of your sisters, okay? And then try to combine those ideas according to what I taught you over here. Follow all of these rules and regulations and write a paragraph about your brother or your sister or your friend, okay? What kind of paragraph? Introduction paragraph. This much is enough for today. Everybody have a great time and bye-bye.